Welcome to The Random Show. Inside knowledge on TV, pop culture, and game shows with the executive producer of Let's Make a Deal and The Price is Right, Mike Richards. Joined by me, Beth Triffin, the shortest moral compass on podcasts, according to Mike. And now, The Random Show. Creamy.
Okay, that's how we're starting. Welcome to The Random Show. Beth, we're on. We're here. And it's literally the first words uttered were, it's creamy. We have, it's a big one today. We've never had this many guests.
You had to get an extra mic, and I'm holding it. I don't even have a mic stand.
Yeah.
The co-host doesn't even have her own mic stand.
Well, that's because you're not really the co-host. You're the sidekick.
Mike,
you're not
I'm here
tall enough.
every time we do a podcast. I am the co-host.
No, listen, you're not tall enough to be a co-host. You're a sidekick at best. So we should introduce who's with us.
Horrific.
Our biggest fan of the podcast is Adam. He's the only one that listens to every single one. Adam Sandler, the director of The Price is Right, is here. Give him a round of applause.
Hi, everybody. Great to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Adam's
Adam.
been on before. And then Evelyn Warfel, is that your name?
Yes.
Who was eating the yogurt. And that's why Beth's first words on the podcast were, creamy. Co-executive producer of The Price is Right is here. Give her a round of applause.
Hey, and I download every podcast.
Yeah, but you don't listen to
But
them.
I
It counts
download
as a
them. I'm
download.
the second biggest fan. I download them all. Megan, I bet you don't.
Megan Fraher,
Hey,
the specials producer of The Price is Right,
thank
is
you.
here.
Thank you very much. Yes, yes.
Making her first podcast appearance, but not her last.
Of
let's be
all
honest.
time.
Yeah.
Ever.
I thought you were going to wear a ball gown because when the invite went out for the three of you to be on the show, your response was excitement.
Were you excited, Megan?
Oh, so excited. I've been waiting for this moment.
Oh my God,
Totally.
that's so cool.
A moment like this.
The ball gown's in the car. I could go get it. I just thought it was too soon.
Too soon to wear the ball gown?
I did.
This is
say
a
I would.
classy podcast.
This is, I know, and Evelyn's dressed like an adult
I was
today.
trying to compete with Megan, and then she wore jeans.
And then she showed up wearing a tank
You
top
won.
and jeans.
Yep.
So we're here to talk about the April Fool's show, which we will get into because it was quite a thing to take on. But one of the fun things what's happening today is it's the premiere of Dancing with the Stars with none other than Drusif Carey.
Yes.
Which
That's
is going to
exciting.
be I'm nervous, and we're all going. Is everyone going?
Yes.
nervous?
Adam's
Is he actually
not.
going to be on the show?
He's going to dance, Adam. That's why we had to move our production calendar all over the place.
No, we're taping today.
You're
no,
familiar.
Adam, no, we're not. Oh, God.
No.
Bisgrove, did you forget to tell Adam doesn't know where he is?
I was just over
autopilot.
there.
Oh, no.
That explains why it was dark.
Yeah, exactly. When you were trying to do your camera meeting and no one was there.
It wasn't the earthquake.
So we're all, I know, it's the morning of the earthquake.
I've
This
been-
won't, the podcast won't go live until, midweek. But it's St. Patrick's Day. It's Dancing with the Stars Day. It's Earthquake Day. And, of course,
They're calling
Beth,
it the Shamrock Shake.
Yeah, the Shamrock Shake. You didn't see that on Twitter?
I like it.
They are calling it the Shamrock Shake.
don't-
Trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
Big deal.
Oh.
Big deal.
We should tweet right away that will Drew Carey be doing the Shamrock Shake today
Ooh.
on Dancing with the Stars. Hashtag DWTS18.
Correct.
Booyah.
Booyah.
So everybody's going, right?
Yes.
Everyone from the bungalow's going. Adam's not going?
I
Is
don't,
that
have,
why you...
I don't have cocktail attire.
So that's the thing is that you, Beth, you know this about Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah,
Do
you gotta
actually
look
have-
good.
You got to look
Yeah.
good. They have like a dress code. And I'm like, come on, Bisgrove. They're not going to really make me dress up. She's like, yep. You
No,
gotta
they
do
are.
It.
You see
Yeah.
the lines outside. People
Yeah,
always
but those are the
look
people
like,
lining up, and some of
those-
them are paid to be here.
Meanwhile,
They're not like
Bisgrove and
Price
I are the
fans.
only ones in the whole building that dressed up.
I dressed up. I'm not wearing jeans. Look.
This
got
girl's
his
wearing a
slacks
dress,
on.
And I have a
skirt.
suit.
Those
I'm
are
wearing
slacks.
a suit. I'm
Oh.
wearing slacks. I'm wearing a smart pair of
Sensible
slacks.
slacks.
They are sensible.
Very
They're
nice.
comfortable.
I think Jen looks really good.
yeah,
Jen,
I've
you
never
look
seen
awesome.
you in a
Spectacular.
dress.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah,
what you're
me either.
wearing?
Such a lady.
She's wearing a
You can
skirt.
borrow my ball gown that's in the car, Adam. It'll be fine. I'll just get you in there.
How come you're not going?
Not again.
Yeah. Well, I've already seen him cross-dressed. It's not great. Why aren't you going?
He doesn't like
I doesn't
dancing.
get
Apparently
caught
we're
up in that
taping
flip
tomorrow.
flop.
Yeah, but, it's just 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just 2.5 hours, so we have to get there. So anyway, it's exciting because the whole
Very.
bungalow's going.
Yes.
Except Adam.
Except Adam.
And we're going to cheer our man on. And I woke up this morning nervous for Drew.
I
Yeah.
would be petrified. Is he petrified?
I don't know I don't know where his headspace. It was not good on Wednesday it was good in that he was working really hard at it, but he was worried that he was not coming along fast
Well, he was
enough.
rehearsing twice a day.
Right.
I think
Which
he'd be
wasn't
more
planned.
nervous if I was there. That's
Do you think?
Oh, you think
is that
so?
why you're
why
not
I think
going?
I'm going to stay away.
Adam, you're hard to impress.
No.
You are.
I think Adam was impressed with you when he first met you.
Yeah, he actually really was. Isn't that amazing?
That was nice.
I'm really?
He was drinking heavier.
really
Why don't
made
I
a
believe
good-
that?
I really
No, he
made a
was.
good
True.
first impression.
The
you
only
know that's how
reason
we
that
met?
she's sitting here is
Yeah,
because of
through
me.
Adam.
Really?
Yeah.
You would
Whoa.
be back in Ohio
Where did
selling acorns if it wasn't for Adam Sandler, the director
So
of
I'm
The Price
just
is
here in
Right.
California selling acorns, so what's the
That's
diff?
true. I guess that's fair.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, thanks. Yeah, Adam I met. He got me a job.
And Drew's doing, I think, the foxtrot. Is that his first
Yes,
dance? I
the
believe.
foxtrot.
Oh man,
He keeps
gonna be
doing that
good.
hand. He keeps practicing with the.
It's all about the frame.
Yeah.
It's all about we're learning all kinds of dance things.
That's amazing.
No, we're
So
not.
does
Adam's
Drew
not.
know that you guys are coming?
Oh yeah, he knows where we're going.
Oh my god, is he gonna come talk to you after?
Does he? Did you tell him the whole bungalow was going?
Oh, I don't know if he knows. I
I
know
didn't-
he knows we're going.
Okay.
'Cause I don't. You know, I'm saying that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I want to stay out of his way.
Yeah.
Well, I know. I didn't want. I thought it might make him nervous if it was like the entire staff's coming.
Exactly.
Adam, you're so generous. It's
gosh.
you're such a generous spirit. God, it's beautiful.
Indeed.
I did have a dream this morning post earthquake because I fell asleep, which was awesome.
About
That-
how generous I am?
About how generous you are, and about Drew wearing a bad outfit today.
No, he's in. I've seen it.
You've seen
I
it?
saw the wardrobe fitting pictures, and I was super bummed there was no sequins.
What?
No, he's in like a tux with tails.
Oh, he'll look great.
Oh, he looks
he'll
awesome.
look
He-
so
He
good.
looks
No,
Yeah.
he'll
good.
look really good.
Look classy.
He in my dream was wearing brown with orange, and
Oh.
it was
Ooh.
tan. It was bad.
It
Well,
was
he
not a
showed
good
us
scene.
his shoes, so I
Yeah, the
figured it would
shoes.
be like really tight pants to go with him and
Yeah.
some sort of frilly top.
No, it didn't look too tight. It all looked good,
Okay.
and no frills on this one.
Okay.
But you know, if he stays
Coming
in long
up.
enough,
There's
he'll,
many
the-
more
Oh,
dances
yeah.
to be had.
Yeah.
Many, many more.
So that's gonna happen. I'm did you guys read I read somewhere online where it ranked how they think people are gonna do. Adam's shaking his head.
Yeah.
I got really nervous because they
Oof.
had him second off.
No.
So
I don't
they
think he's
Yeah.
going to be that bad.
No, I don't
I
think
think
he's
he's
gonna
He's
be
going
bad.
to be
Me
great.
too.
He's going to be great.
I saw various reports where he's somewhere in the unpredictable middle.
Oh,
You know,
see, I
they had
saw-
a group like first four out, kind of like the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
First four out, then last four out, so that what they think is the final four, and mixed reviews.
Mixed review.
Yeah,
most
the
of,
one
most
I
of them
read was
agree
really
that
bad.
the swimmer
Right.
go first.
Would
yeah,
go
the swimmer will
first.
go first, only because no one knows her.
Right.
Yeah.
And then after that,
But what they don't know is Drew can dance.
Drew
We
can
see him
dance.
on the
Yeah.
commercial
Dude, he can
breaks,
move.
and he
No,
can.
You're right. No, but I wonder how much it has to do with dancing and
Popularity.
I think he's popular, but I guess one of the things that they said, and Drew had mentioned this too, is that historically comedians have done horrifically on the show, mainly because they don't take it seriously and then they get bounced off.
But he's
'cause-
bigger than a comedian.
Yeah.
He is. No,
he
you know
has
what I
the
mean?
Price is
Like-
Right audience behind
Well,
him.
and they'll be pleasantly
Big time.
surprised that he can actually dance.
Yeah.
yes.
He's got the moves.
and that and I think pleasantly surprised that he's that focused on it, and
Right.
that into it. I mean, he can't hide how intense he's going to be about it, so that'll be really interesting.
Yeah.
because he's really focused on it. But the other thing they said in the one that I read is that he since the Drew Carey show, he has quietly gone on to host The Price is Right.
What?
And I was like,
Is that what people
6 million people watch that show every day. I don't know how. It's not really a secret that he's
right.
on.
Surprise. Guess who's hosting?
Quietly.
So that was interesting. So anyway, I think
how dare they?
so. And he had a
Daytime.
1 in 50 chance of winning.
Wow.
It was the one I read.
I don't know.
I think
he's
he
got
can
He's
more
gonna
than
do
that.
great.
I think so too.
I think so too.
Yeah.
He's going to come out of nowhere and
But then they
shock
had
the
Lando
universe.
Calrissian doing going way into
Who?
Exactly.
No,
That's what I'm wondering.
this isn't happening.
Yeah, she doesn't know who it is.
Who's that?
I don't
Go
know
ahead,
who
Adam.
it is. It
No,
either.
I can't.
Do you know
What-
Megan?
can I just say
what
the name
what name was
again?
said?
Lando Calrissian.
I have no idea what you're
Thank
talking
you. I have
about.
no idea either.
Crickets.
Adam.
All right, Adam,
I
what
just
is
died
it?
inside.
Adam.
Go ahead.
Is this Star Wars
Billy
related?
D. Williams. He's on Dancing with the Stars. He's part of the cast with Drew.
They've
Famous
never
for the
seen-
part of
Oh.
Lando Calrissian.
He's crying
It's Star
on
Wars.
Star Wars.
No.
It's Star Wars.
Ugh,
Okay,
I hate
yes,
Star
Star
Wars.
Wars.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding. Got it.
Well,
You're red.
So
You're so
technically,
upset by this.
Empire Strikes Back, but
Adam's
He's
just
so
turned
mad.
purple.
But, you know, who's
No,
And he's 76, and they're saying that he's gonna
He's
go all the way.
76?
Yeah, and and Drew said he walked in with a cane. But I
Oh,
said,
God, this is
That's a
horrible.
but I said
ploy.
that
It's a
was
prop.
that was
It's a
exactly.
game.
He was just
Mind
playing
game.
mind
Yeah.
games. Exactly. All right, so that's
Ooh,
enough of Dancing with the Stars.
tricky,
We're going tonight. We'll know where we stand with our guy.
Yes.
I think he'll be one of the best dancers.
We
I
had
do.
high predictions for him last week when we did our
Yeah,
predictions.
no, I think he'll do well.
Oh yeah.
I just got really nervous when I read that. So let's talk about April Fools. The cast of The Price is Right is taking over The Late Late Show, and the cast of The Late Late Show is taking over The Price is Right. Now, not as big a deal, I think, to have the cast of The Price is Right take over Late Late Show because it's basically a host, and then there's an announcer that just says something right at the beginning, and here's your host.
Are the models at all involved in it?
The models are going to be there. Yep, they'll be on there. It hasn't taped yet. It tapes this Friday.
Oh, cool.
Actually. And but Drew will do a whole monologue and they'll do a bit, I think. So I'm excited to see that. We're going to go to that taping. We're going to more show tapings this
I
week.
know.
It's a big week for the.
Do we have to
Price is Right.
dress fancy for that one too?
No, because we're just
Okay.
in the green room. Remember, you just wanted to be in the green room.
No, you. Typical.
I had forgotten. I was like, wait, why aren't we sitting in the audience? And Evelyn goes, because you said you wanted to sit in the green room. I was like, oh.
He makes these demands and then like always does this, makes demands, and then 2 weeks later he's like, why would we do that? Why would we do that?
She doesn't
like,
have a mic,
you
but Bisgrove is,
insisted.
Like,
Bisgrove is
story of my life.
totally disagreeing with you right now. She doesn't have a mic, so she can't talk
That
right
looks
now.
like a nodding yes
No,
motion. I don't know what you're
She has a kink in her neck.
No.
She's laughing in
It's from the.
disagreement.
She's
Yeah, I
agreeing
see.
with me.
Yeah, no, you know I'm right? I don't do that.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm sorry, we're not hearing you because I don't have
Overpowered.
a mic
We're
for you.
on
But
both
she goes,
sides.
Mike,
We're going
you're
towards
great.
you.
Are you still here?
I am.
Where
I'm
is
at the end of
Nutmeg?
the table.
So anyway, so we're going to go see that. That'll be fun. But more complex was bringing someone who has never hosted The Price is Right and who, frankly, didn't grow up watching The Price is Right because he's foreign. He's
Scottish.
Scottish. And then having the models for the day from his staff. So Shadow Stevens, his announcer, was the announcer that day. But then we had a robot skeleton named Jeff. And then we had Secretariat, which is a horse.
I guess it is.
Yeah,
From
see,
the-
Beth
From
doesn't
the what
know.
barn?
Two-person horse.
From
Yeah.
the Gentle
Gentle
Barn.
No, Secretariat's
I
not from the
thought it
Gentle
was a
Barn.
real horse when
two
you guys said that.
It's two guys that dress up in a horse costume.
But they're
Wow.
named after.
The old racing horse.
All right.
And
good.
what happened?
That's
to,
one.
and what
Yes,
happened
I
to
got
it?
that. It won a lot of races, then it died. Is that right?
Diane Lane, where are you?
She's here right now. Bring her out. No, Secretariat's at the Gentle Barn, I think.
No, I don't think so.
No?
No. I didn't meet him.
So that presented a number
He's
of
dead.
problems. So you had Craig, who's not hosted The Price is Right.
Or a game show ever.
Never done a game show, although he has a game show coming to
Coming up.
syndication.
Yep.
Fremantle Media. Bling, 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 bling. This fall.
Nice.
Thank you. And so he hadn't done that at that point. So it was interesting. So I wanted to go down the line. This all started because we always try to do something huge for April Fools, some kind of big, over-the-top stunt. So let's go through what's Adam will remember better than I will. What are the stunts we've done for our April Fools?
Let's see. We did Models Takeover last season.
Which
That was
posed
last season.
some problems. You had models that had never hosted, but at least they had seen the show and knew the game.
Knew the game.
Correct.
Sort of
right.
knew the game.
Exactly.
They've been here.
And then you had
Wasn't there like one
the
everything
world
went
falls
wrong?
apart.
Yeah, when the world came
The
apart.
apocalypse. The
Yeah.
Price is Right apocalypse.
For those of you who didn't see that one, look it up on YouTube. It's
It's good.
awesome.
Yeah.
We lit the set on fire. We broke a TV. We had things crash down from the ceiling.
We drove a car into the door.
Yeah, we ran a car into a wall.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That was the one the year before I started. What was the one the year I started? I can't even.
Wasn't it models?
No, we did one.
Oh, we did the glasses and the unreferenced.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that was weird. That was like my first year here.
Yeah.
Where we tried to do that. So we had like the Groucho Marx glasses on and mustache. What else? And then we didn't do one year because it didn't air on April Fools, which is I think what you're thinking of.
No, because we planned. Remember, we were going to have. We were going to have someone come in like a Drew lookalike.
Oh, that's right.
But
we
so
were
I
like looking.
Yeah, and then we
Oh,
just ended
yeah.
up not doing it, right?
No, we didn't do that, but we did something. Unless we did all that work and then realized.
I think we
oh,
walked
it's
away from it.
Sunday.
We went to Models from there.
No,
No, that was the
no,
next
that was
year.
the next year. I think we didn't do anything because it wasn't. It
Because
didn't
we
air on
found
April
out,
Fools.
oh, it's Sunday.
Saturday or
Why did we
Sunday.
just
We had
spend months on
auditions
this?
for Drew lookalikes.
We
though.
did.
Okay, so for people that know what we're talking about,
Yes.
one year we're trying to come up with. We're always trying to outdo ourselves, and the one kind of our favorite. I would guess Adam's favorite one would have been the when everything went wrong. It was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I mean, every inch of the show had something going wrong with it, and it was all based loosely on things that had actually gone wrong on the show, like the car driving into the wall because
Yeah.
Rachel had actually driven
Yes.
the car into the wall. So, like, all of the things had happened.
Right.
Monitors being knocked over.
Oh no, that never happened.
No, never. Nothing
That never
breaks
occurs on
Price
The
is
Price is Right.
So the next year, we're like, how do we do it even better? We get a Drew lookalike. I don't even remember whose idea it was. We get a Drew lookalike who comes out and hosts the show. And because it was a terrible idea. Were you claiming credit for that?
Beth even pointed to me.
It was Evelyn's idea.
I just started and I'm like, ooh, it was great until we tried to do it.
So then we
was
tried
terrible.
to cast.
It was a
We
good
really,
idea.
we probably don't have the rights to do it, but we should put up the auditions because we brought in a bunch of actors and
We should. We must have the rights. They
I don't
must
know
have
that we
signed
do.
something.
I don't know. Horrific. And the more we tried, the worse it got.
Oh gosh.
We
So-
couldn't even laugh. They were so bad. You know when the things are so bad they're funny? It was beyond that.
You felt
like,
sad for the
it was
actors
pathetic.
that were in there.
Ooh.
Like, I got a call to be Drew Carey today, so I'm going to put glasses on.
Do you remember
That's
the
it.
one
So
guy
true.
was the best guy, but he was like he was like
was
the
so
heavy
huge.
Drew.
Yeah, he was fat
And
Drew,
we were like,
yeah.
do we think he can lose weight and grow his hair out? We were like trying to.
Yeah, but then he spoke, and he was just nothing like. Like I was like, have you ever even seen him talk? He doesn't talk like that at all. So that was bad. So this one, how do we outdo it? And the idea came up, I think, from Megan Fraher.
Yeah.
Right, sitting right over there.
Correct,
In,
over
in
here.
a green tank top.
Yes.
That we should swap with the Late Late Show, which was really cool because I
That's a
think
really cool idea.
everyone assumed that we would do a swap with Let's Make a Deal.
Yeah.
Right.
And fans have been talking about that since like Deal.
And
got
we
on the
were
air.
talking
Yeah,
about
we
that,
talked
but
about
then
it.
you had finished your season or already taped that show.
So
Already
on
taped,
Let's Make
yeah.
a Deal, we do something. Our kind of April Fool's tradition is we have people who have been zonked back to the show. So the entire audience, it's called Zonk Redemption, and the entire audience comes back and they get a chance to win again. It's the most compelling episode of Deal every year because the first time they're there, they're like, "Yay, I'm so sorry." And the next time when they get back up, and they thought they would never get to play again, and they get invited back because they got zonked particularly badly, the tension is so much bigger because they don't care what they win. They just don't want to get zonked again. And so if they do get zonked, it's horrific and fantastic. So we do the Late Late Show one, and Drew was the one that got really behind it and super excited about it and went to Craig on it and it all spun from there. Okay, so let's talk about our April Fool's show. Adam, as the director, what kind of challenges did this particular episode present to you?
I think just the unpredictability of it all. I mean, we were heading into unforeseen waters. We didn't know what we were going to get. I mean, you watch Craig's show, and he can, I mean, much like Drew, really, he could go anywhere at any time. But the one thing Drew, of course, is good at is knowing where to be at this point. And while he's unpredictable, he is predictable.
Right. And he knows the games.
Right. So the question was, like when we had the meetings with Craig and before that with his producers, and they just kind of looked at me sadly, and they said, "Who's the director?" And I said, "Me." And they said, "Ugh."
They said, well, good luck with that.
Yeah.
Because the thing that makes Craig great is the thing that makes him not difficult, because he was not. He was fantastic on the show and did everything we wanted and did a really good job and studied and did all the right things. But they were all going, yeah, he's going to do what he wants. He's going to go where the funny is, or
Right.
where the moment is. So that's interesting. Were you worried about games, like him explaining games?
I had some concerns. I mean, the way we set it up, we thought that the games would be in his wheelhouse, so I wasn't too worried.
So Evelyn, describe that.
I was
we
worried.
actually and we picked the games for a particular reason.
Yeah, I mean, we picked we picked games that were our shorter games because we felt we would run long. Also, games that we felt like were easy for him to describe, our most simple games to put the rules out. And, you know, I know up in the booth you guys were focused on stuff. We were reading along with all the rules to make sure he hit every point. And Mike, you were on the floor.
Drew was upstairs in the control room so
Cackling.
Drew has never been to a taping of The Price is Right,
Right.
that he hasn't hosted, so he was having a ball, like
that's
wandering
amazing.
around. He's backstage. He's over on the side with us. He's yelling at Adam, going, "That's not right. That's not right." It was fantastic.
Well,
How was that for you, Adam?
It was very interesting. We start the show, and big ramp up to it. We got a brand new host who's never done the show before. We thought we were pretty confident in what we were going to get. The show starts, we fade up, and almost from the second Craig comes through the door, the laughs start.
Yeah.
And the booth gets so loud, I can't hear myself talk. I can't hear anything in my ear. I can't hear Craig, and I'm riding the volume knob in front of me, trying to turn it up and up and up and up. And George and Drew are in the back row behind me, laughing so hard that
Oh my god!
it's just
Because again, George has never been to a taping of The Price is Right where he hasn't announced it.
right.
And over headset on the floor, all you hear is just cackling. You're like, what? Who is that? Because on the floor, none of us knew that they were in the booth losing their minds.
Right.
It was ridiculous.
Like goblins just taking over the headset.
Oh my gosh.
The
Couldn't have
horse
gone
did
smooth.
well
Right.
delivering the mic.
Okay, so let's talk about
Yeah.
that. So that comes
was
with
really good.
That comes with a whole set of issues, which is when you're used to having people who can walk
Yeah.
and have hands.
Wait, who can see? Because they
can
couldn't see.
can see, have hands, and can walk. None of those things were in play that day because you had a robot skeleton, and then you have the horse, not a real horse.
No, I guess.
You got it? Okay, not a real horse.
Didn't know that.
And they can't see. Among other things,
Correct.
for Secretariat, they can't see
It's like
in front
an
of them.
inefficient horse costume.
The other thing is they don't have hands; they have hooves. So we had to build a little
Feed bag.
Yep.
for which was fantastic to
Came
hand
out
off
great.
the mic.
Yep.
And I just saw the clip of it for the first time actually with the handout.
It worked.
and he gives the
Yeah.
horse a kiss.
Yep. Very sweet.
It was
yeah.
supposed to be blinged out, though, which I was sad about.
What the feedback?
We were supposed to bling it out with a dollar sign, like a big necklace. It didn't come through quite as we had hoped.
But we had a feed bag.
There
But
was
we
a
had
feedback, and the mic was passed off. Because at first we're like, well, we can put it in his mouth, and then the producer was like,
No,
he doesn't really have a mouth.
can't.
We're like, oh boy,
Yeah.
this is going to be.
Oh man. That first run of like the show where we're like, can we put the horse in the clam?
Oh
Well,
my
that
gosh.
okay. So
Okay,
this is
jumping
I
in,
want
sorry.
no. This is part of it. So for whatever reason, Adam was obsessed with putting a horse in the clam. And the clam, for people who don't know, is one of our prize displays, and it opens up like a clam. It doesn't look like a clam. It
But
smells.
it's a
It smells like
sideways.
one.
Smells like one.
Smells like one. It's a sideways
Ugh.
clam.
I wonder how many
And
times
it
that thing's
opens
been
up.
painted. So many times.
No, not as many times as you would think. Because when I started, it was still painted the same way it was originally.
They just touch up the
It was
outside
speckled. It
for
had
a little bit.
it had a speckled. It was pretty rough looking on
It
the
was a
inside.
nice sponge paint job.
Yeah, it was like a orangish sponge paint, if I remember right. I was like, I think we ought to maybe take a look at that.
It's like a bad marble.
So anyway, why were you so obsessed
I
with
don't know
having?
why you wanted to change that.
I know. Well, because I'm insane,
Yeah, I
and
don't know why you just changed things. Why did I want to put the horse? Well,
you were like obsessed with putting the horse in the clam.
Well, I think we were tweeted.
Those are all words that I
weren't we?
never thought I would
We
string
tweeted?
together.
Someone twittered us and said the one thing I want to see is a horse and a clam.
Now
No,
you're just
No,
making
I'm
things
making
up.
that up.
I think what
Oh, I was
happened was
totally like,
I
well, who
said
got it?
put the horse in the clam, and you were like, it won't fit, and then you became obsessed.
No,
with
what-
making them
what
fit.
happened
I
was-
I was on the side of the horse would fit.
No,
He-
I was the one like, is it going to fit?
Maybe that's
We
what
had
it
a
was.
list of
Somebody
questions
should've
that went to the Late Late Show people, and it was basically like, what are the dimensions of the horse? Can the horse hold something? Can the horse see? And it was all of these things where they came back. They're like, good luck, and then Adam
Literally, yeah, 'cause I think
wisely
the answer
arranged
was-
walkthroughs with all of these
Right.
teams
Right.
I had a meeting with the horse.
with the horse
in their
where
office.
he met both sides of the horse.
Yes, I met
Yeah.
both.
Yeah.
I had both halves of the horse. They have an office. They're
God, so that's their job, being a
And-
horse.
Yeah.
well,
and
they have
what-
other
so-
jobs.
but the-
on
the-
the
They
show.
do?
What else do they do?
Oh.
Well, one's a production
One-
coordinator.
Yes.
Joseph is a production coordinator for them, and Ryan, I believe, is a
Joseph
PA.
is the head.
Correct.
Correct.
Oh, I really thought that was their job.
Yeah, like who's the horse bum?
You did too, right? I thought that was their job.
No, yeah, no, they have other jobs on the show.
They do, and they have
The
an
horses-
office.
So we
Bum
can
is
take
Ryan.
our staff
Oh
and
my
start putting them in
God.
like horse
In the clam,
costumes?
anytime you want.
I mean, you
Yes.
have to pay them.
because a horse
yeah.
can fit.
But there was the
In the
fear
clam.
that the horse wasn't going to fit in the clam, and then after this
Yeah.
meeting that Adam had, we're like, yes, they're going in the clam.
Well, and the door for platform.
Yeah.
They can't
Yep.
see. How are they going to get up on the platform?
Gotta lead the
And
horse.
You know what? There was nothing the horse would not do. I met with the horse in their office. They're super nice guys, very agreeable. I said, you know what, guys, it would be a great idea if you guys came down on stage. I could kind of walk you through, the physicality of the whole thing, where you're going to be, get a little feel for it. And I showed them the clam, and we opened it up, and they said, yeah, no problem, we can get behind there. Great. What's next? I said, well, we got this platform in the back of the house. We call it we call it the ice skating rink. You think you can get up there? They're like, yeah, where would we come out from? Right here? Yeah, no problem. So nothing they wouldn't do.
That's awesome.
Do they have to coordinate their walking styles and the horse?
They dance. These two are in sync together. Like, wow. Not only are they close, but
war
they're...
horse.
Yeah.
Price is Right style.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
the way they
And
stand,
you watch
they're
the
both
nuance of it. It's amazing, actually.
They're
about
very good.
how
The
back-
physicality of what
the
they're
guy in
doing.
the back has to be hunched over like
Holding
hugging
the other guy?
So to create the
This is awesome.
Yeah, well, wait till you see the episode because they're everywhere and they are dancing. And after the show, they're like, we have never danced so much. Our calves are burning.
Well, yeah, because they're on the Late Late Show for a minute, and they're on our set for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
They're sweating, dripping
Yeah.
sweat.
Oh, yeah.
They were so dedicated.
And then who also was dedicated was Jeff,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
the robot skeleton.
Every time.
Do you know that the skeleton was actually built by one of the Mythbusters guy?
yes.
Kind of
I
cool.
knew that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I have
so
it right
who
here.
taught Craig how
Grant.
to play the games? Did he come down and have like a lesson?
Well, we had a meeting with him, and we had printed out a
Video.
bunch of the rules, and then we sent him clips of each game that he had to play, the 6
Okay.
games, and then we sent him episodes so he could see the wheel, and because you take for granted that. Again, it's easy if you watch The Price is Right to
Like,
think
oh,
you could
just
host
spin it,
Yeah,
yeah.
how hard is it? No, even the 1-bits, there's rules.
Yeah.
You go over, you got to go in the right order, you got to all that, which, again, he had watched The Price is Right, which was good. He wasn't totally unfamiliar with it. Because remember Heidi Klum came on
Yes.
and played for
That was
Celebrity
so
Week
funny.
and literally looked at Adam and goes, "Now, I've never heard of this show. Tell me about it." And Adam was like, "Oh, God."
That was hilarious.
That was amazing.
Yeah,
That was that was
Wow.
one of my favorite.
that was a fun day.
Nightmare.
She did great.
She
She
did.
was amazing.
No, but it is complicated. I mean, like, I obviously worked here for a long time. I still don't know. I can't play any of the games.
The best was in the meeting. Craig-
That's why you don't work here anymore.
yeah, right? Now I'm out.
That's why she's selling Acorn jewelry.
But seriously, every time I would get pulled over to be like, Beth, play this game. And I'd be like, oh, God, please no. Why do I even come on stage? Like, this is so horrible. And I always would get embarrassed in front of the whole entire crew
Yeah.
because I would just be like, 4. And it was awful. Like,
4 wasn't even an
it was
option.
Never an
horrible.
option.
We weren't even asking for a number.
And then
It's
I'd be
never
like,
an
I'm
option.
sweating. Like, I'm so nervous. Like, it just was such.
It was fantastic.
It's a scary show.
And even it is The Price is Right. The scary
frightening.
show. So Craig in the meeting with us said, you know, how hard is it? I know how to play Plinko. I've seen the games. It's Price is Right. It's not that hard. So he goes home with all the materials, comes back, and we shot. What day did we shoot? Like Monday or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
And goes, boy, it's a lot harder. I was going to do an impression of him, but I'll stick with my McConaughey.
Oh boy.
Oh yes, please.
It's a lot harder than you
first-
think because you think you know the rules, and I defy anyone to do what are the rules to Plinko.
And we got really lucky because the EPs had said to us, he will not rehearse. He will not rehearse. I mean, Mike and I and Adam, we were lucky enough to get a meeting with him before.
Yeah.
And when we were in the meeting, he was very like, yeah, I'll watch the tape. Yeah, it'll be great. And we were thrilled when his assistant emailed me and was like, what time does he need to be there for rehearsal?
Yeah,
and
he came in and rehearsed,
And
and
so
when
that
he rehearsed
was,
Thank
most
God.
every game.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You and I walked through
Yeah.
everything with him.
Yeah, we went through every
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
and then we went through every game during the taping
Yep.
too. I went through it
Before
and
he
through
went
it,
out.
and went through it before he went out. So usually Drew stays out there and entertains the crowd. We brought Craig over, and we're like, okay, you got to concentrate. And the best was Drew comes down because he's just floating around like a kid in a candy store, just bouncing around, and
So excited.
And he comes over and starts talking to Craig, and I go over to. I'm trying to prep him, and then Drew comes over and interrupts us, and I look at Drew and I go, I gotta. And he's like, oh yeah. Sorry.
We are all working.
Yeah, you know, because he was so excited, and Craig was like, "Yeah, no, I need to concentrate on this because I have no idea what the next game is, or whatever it is." So that was fun. I thought it was. I mean, it went really smoothly.
Yes.
After we got through the first 5
Who
minutes,
noted it?
I've watched it.
I've seen it.
I think it was amazing. It was great.
Agreed.
I mean, it's
Agreed.
fast paced. It's funny. There's a ton of funny in
Craig's
there.
great with the
Great.
contestants. Like his
Yeah.
level of enthusiasm is awesome. It was
Well,
really
that
fun
was
to
the
watch.
great thing. We all thought we were going to have to cut so much time out when we talked about, which is why we put the shorter games. But he went through the rules so fast,
Yeah.
He jammed through 'em.
that it allowed us to leave a lot of those.
and then
great
he would
moments.
he would do the rule. He would do the rules, like, and you could tell he was just trying to remember what I had said, the 1 minute before, and he'd do them, and then he'd finish. And so, what do you want to do? And then he literally, you'd see him look like on the clip that you showed me today. You see him look over at me like, got it. Is that right?
Cool.
Oh,
Nailed
boy.
it.
Yeah, there's a couple of those.
I
was
think
funny.
For just in terms of the taping, the hardest part, because like Craig, once he got in there, just was nailing it and doing a great job. It was honestly moving Jeff everywhere we wanted him to go and to do all the things he wanted to do.
Turns out skeleton robots are not as mobile as you think they would be in the future.
I have never run so much on the Price is Right set as I did that day.
Trying to get him to the next
Even
spot.
on Halloween, no.
No.
This day, like, hurry so fast, go.
Describe how they operate, Jeff.
He is on basically a pedestal stick that he can come off and on, and he is operated by remote control from a distance by Josh Robert Thompson. So he basically rolls on a stand, and there are two lovely people who deal with him, and they put him on a stick, they take him off a stick, they put him in his hands. They're very delicate hands. I mean,
they're like
a mess.
Adam's hands. They're very delicate.
They're gentle little hands.
And then he just kind
Surgeon's
of stands.
hands.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And then he kind of just stands off to the side and talks. And Josh, the voice, is a comedian and
Yes.
hilarious.
Hilarious.
I mean,
and his thing for our show, he can actually see everything that's going on because at late they hide him. He has like a peephole and he watches, and like sometimes he like sticks his head out and he can't. So on our show, he had a split. He could see all the stuff that was happening, and he was like thrilled. He's like, "This is great! I can tell what's going on." He's hilarious.
he was great.
Yeah,
So you would recommend watching it? Is that's what I'm hearing.
I can't wait to see the next cut.
Well, let me put it this way: we do 190 episodes a year.
Do we really?
We
God,
do.
that's a lot.
And we watch them all when we tape them.
Yep.
We between the three of us, we watch them all before they go out. And I watched that one last night, and I will watch it again before it goes out.
Oh, you just watched it last night?
Yep.
You were just noting it
Wow.
last night?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're fresh.
Wow. Okay. A resounding endorsement. Thanks, Adam. Okay. Are you guys ready to sit through a Beth story ever
Sure.
told?
Oh, please!
It's now time for the Beth story ever told.
Yay! So
Ever told.
I feel like there
Ever
should
told.
be
Ever told.
a new segment within my segment,
Ever told. Ever told.
and it's going to be called Beth's House, I think.
Oh, boy.
Beth's House and her neighbors. So
How about Beth's ramshackle ass house?
great. I mean that's the new segment within a segment.
It's the worst one on the block.
It is. It's the worst one on the block. So I've told you about the feral cats that live in my yard, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah, because my downstairs neighbor / landlord feeds them everywhere, and she has names for all of them. And
Give us a name. What's one of the names?
Dior
Okay.
for the white cat,
Dior.
Teddy Bear
Okay.
for this like spotted cat.
How many are there?
There's about 4 or 5. There's like 3 regulars with 2 recurrings. You know.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I
No,
know.
they're animals.
Yeah,
they're all to be
No,
loved. They're all God's
I went to
creatures.
your
Hawaii
pets being
once,
neutered,
and there
everyone.
were feral cats
Yeah.
all at the hotel. It was the grossest thing ever.
They're all
It's
God's
disgusting
creatures.
that they don't have homes. You mean?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. Why
I
don't you
hate
adopt
cats.
them,
There, I
Beth?
said it.
Because my roommate's allergic to cats.
That's no reason.
But they're fine. I mean, there's food
So you're
out
saying
there
they should just kill the cats then because
I-
your roommates.
Well, these cats are well. See this is
Beth
the story.
Triffin.
This is the story. Is we lost a cat this week.
There's no such thing as bad cats. Only bad people.
Wait, you lost? Oh, that's right.
Okay.
You have a cat. I'm sorry. I remembered you had 2 dogs. I forgot you had a cat.
One dog. one
Well,
cat.
then I thought your cat was a dog.
No. Well, he thinks he is.
So animal control came.
Oh, so
this
it like
week.
died in the yard?
So animal control came this week, and I hear Miss Ryan outside in the backyard, and she's like, "Cream puff, cream puff, cream puff," and so I look outside, and there's some animal people there, and they've got like a net, and she's like, "I swear he was just here, like he was just here in the dirt, and he was rolling around, and he didn't look very good, and I think he's got to go to the vet," and blah, 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 blah. And I kind of look outside and I go, "What's going on?" And she goes, "I think Cream Puff is sick." And I was like, "Okay, bye." That's all I needed to know. And
Because
so,
you didn't care.
No, I did care, but it's
Hey,
like, I'm not going to
Bisgrove,
go.
can you give me the number of the Gentle Barn? Because they need to know who they're really dealing with.
This isn't the Beth I met low those years ago.
So I just was like, "Oh, okay, well, I hope he gets better." Like,
No,
bye.
you didn't. You just said bye.
No, I didn't. I was like, "Oh, that sucks." I don't know. I love these animals. They're all,
you don't.
especially Dior, because she hides in the tree, like right by my window, and she's always like looking at it.
That is horrible.
But so anyway,
This is where podcasts
They-
need video.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So then they're looking for Cream Puff everywhere. I leave, and then 2 days later, literally like 2 days ago, I go outside, and there's this box by the trash, and it says, "Dead animal pickup, quote, cream puff, end quote.
Oh, no.
Died, and it was in the box outside my house. So now there's only 4 feral cats.
And is there an investigation into you to see if you poisoned them?
No.
Did you look me in the eye?
Absolutely.
Look me in the eye.
I loved cream.
Stand up straight. Well, don't. Okay. Did you kill Cream Puff?
I don't have anything to do with them because they don't really like me that much. They love Miss Ryan.
Answer the question.
I didn't do anything to Cream Puff. I was just horrified that it's.
I did it.
Outside my house.
Knew it.
Well, there you go. The best story ever told. Hey, our best one. All 3 people. We had 3 guests. It was amazing. And
Don't just say that.
I'm not.
Okay.
Am I just saying that, Jen Bisgrove? Am I wrong?
Every week.
I say it every
I
week.
know.
It was very good. Thank you all for being here.
It's not over, is it?
It's over.
Oh.
It's time to get ready for Dancing with the Stars. Not you.
Yay.
Oh, I guess I have extra time.
Beth,
See ya.
that was random. I love that
Farm
Beth's
animals,
talking
once
and
they're out of
everyone's
use.
ignoring her.
You know what I mean? I'm talking to Evelyn.
Words
I'm having
Yeah.
a conversation with
And the
Evelyn.
Gentle Barn is a place where
No, I have heard of the Gentle Barn.
Rest